Welcome back to Yahoo Finance Live, everyone. Topgolf is quickly growing, driving 85% of the off-course golf experience market share. The company is continuing its goal to modernize the game of golf with its expansion into Los Angeles. Joining us now to discuss is Topgolf CEO Artie Starrs. Artie, great to speak with you here. I've marveled at the expansion that Topgolf has been able to have over the past several years here, and even having made my way to, I think, Topgolf in 6 different states. And it's really kind of this story of creating an experience that can be replicated over and over again. And so how are you thinking about the new areas that you do open up a Topgolf facility right now?
Brad, thanks for having me today. It's just a joy and privileged to be here. You know, we look at Topgolf venues as a place where they can go anywhere. We serve all types of players, people that play once a year, people that have never played before, and avid golfers like myself. They bring great joy to people's lives. So we're really looking everywhere globally and here in the United States. We'll open 11 venues here in the U.S. this year. We just opened in Philadelphia. We'll open outside of Seattle, Washington, and Renton. Just in a few short weeks. So we view the entire market as an opportunity for us.
Okay, music too. A lot of friends back home in PA, their ears in Philadelphia. And so perhaps I'll have to check that one out now as well. Thanks a lot. So when we think about the input costs that go into a business like Topgolf, how are you navigating that at this time where wages across the board, largely higher, also on the food and beverage side, trying to make sure that you have enough inventory to continue to service everybody that comes into this experience?
Yeah, so there's no doubt that we're seeing inflation in construction and some challenges in staffing our venues, but I think our team's done an extraordinary job continuing to modernize the venue and how we build a venue, and then also doing things inside the venue to make sure that we can be open and provide great service to our players. You know, I think long term, we have some advantages in our model. Specifically, half of our revenues come from gameplay, so we can make an investment in the technology, innovate on games, and get the benefits of that across our thousands and thousands of bays around the world. So we think we're set up well relative to the competitive set in this sort of environment, but we certainly are monitoring inflation on a weekly and daily basis.
Hey, Artie, it's Julie here. So let's talk about the other side of the current environment. We've got inflation on the one hand. We've got what appears to potentially be slowing demand. Now, as we know, demand seems to more have hit the good side of the equation than the services side of the equation. But if we are indeed going into a recession, at some point, services is going to feel the effects too. How are you guys preparing for that? Are you seeing any signs of that kind of pullback as of yet?
Yeah, I think at a high level, we haven't seen anything substantive yet. I think in a few markets here and there, you might say, boy, I think in the UK, we're starting to see some of the impact of inflation a little bit. But when I look at our aggregate business across venues, across TopTracer, where we put our technology into driving range bays, and then we have our media business where we have mobile games, we think we're well positioned, to at least be and combat a recession in many respects. In our venue business, for instance, we serve so many different channels. We serve an individual or a walk-in occasion. We serve families. We serve birthday parties. We serve corporate events and big buyouts when conventions come to places like Orlando and Nashville and Vegas. So we feel like we're well set up to pull on different levers no matter what environment we encounter.
In the broader golf environment right now, given the uptick in players and then additionally even this rivalry that's now been created, an existential threat, if you will, for the PGA Tour and up against the LIV Tour, you know, how have you been monitoring where that is getting even more eyeballs on the sport of golf, but also, you know, your general takeaway and now the PGA having its own competition with the LIV Tour?
Yeah, so as a fan of golf, I'm certainly following it. I'm in the business of growing the game through Topgolf, and I'm not really an expert in terms of running one of the major tours. So you'd really I defer to those leaders' judgment. But you know, what we do here every day, we see massive opportunity. Bringing people in through the ground floor to play golf for the very first time, the thrill of hitting a ball, hitting club across our various businesses. So we just see amazing opportunity making golf more accessible and more fun for everybody.
Artie, thanks for being here. Artie Starrs, CEO of Topgolf. Appreciate it.
Real privilege. Thank you.
Thanks.